guys, so Mama MacGyver here again. Today Miss Billiana here was asking me, how do you braid your own hair? So I'm just going to give a couple of quick tips. I'm not a professional hairstylist, but I'm just going to give you a couple tips that help me when I'm braiding my hair. So this is the end result of today's little tips, hopefully, for Billiana here. So she always says it's so hard for her to braid her own. So first thing is you want to try to prep the hair a little bit. This one is a hair tonic that we like to make. It's a little natural hairspray that has distilled water, vinegar, a little bit of rosemary, a couple drops of cedarwood, and a couple drops of lavender. Now, depending on your hair type, you may or may not want to do the lavender. Lavender is a calming type of essential oil, so you may want to, if you already have really straight, thin hair, you may not need the lavender. But if your hair tends to be more on the frizzy, curly side, more volume to it, then you may want to try the lavender to help kind of tame some of that frizziness a little bit. So we go ahead and we prep the hair. If your hair is really sleek and straight, you may want to add a little bit of a different spray that gives it more texture to it. So, okay, so we just spray it a little bit and prep it. You can put this spray on when the hair is wet or dry, either way. I've found that sometimes it is easier to practice braiding when your hair is a little bit more wet, or even if you like really need a shower and your hair is a little on the greasy side, it's actually easier to practice because you can hold it a little bit better. It's not slipping out of your fingers as much, just for practice, obviously. So we got it really good sprayed here. All right, so now the first tip I'm gonna talk about is how you're positioning your fingers, basically. So for me, I found that you wanna kind of think about what's gonna be easier for you as far as positioning the strands of hair. So once you grab your strands of hair, you're gonna find 3 grooves in your fingers that you wanna put those groups of hair into. So for some people, it might be here, here, here. For some people, it might be easier here, here, here. And that's going to help you remember in your mind your pattern of when you're crossing the hair over. So you want to think, okay, I'm going to do strand 1, 2, 3. Or for you, it might be 1, 2, 3, depending on what flows more easily for you. Now, as far as seeing what you're doing, it depends on how you think. Some people, the mirror is too confusing because it just adds too much visual distraction and you're confused with what do I remember I did and what I see that I'm doing that looks backwards in the mirror. So some people, you may want to avoid it entirely and just, use your finger patterning to remember 1, 2, 3 and just practice it that way. Everything takes practice though. Remember, don't be too hard on yourself. It's not going to be like perfect right away. The other thing that you can try is to put a full-length mirror behind you and lay off the edge of a couch or a bed, and then you can see the braiding in the full-length mirror behind you, but when you're doing it, it's going to look right side up. So it might make it easier for you. Some people also like to stand sideways to the mirror and look and be able to see every once in a while, just check and make sure that it's going the direction that they want it to go, but not looking at it the whole time. So those are a couple of ideas to keep in mind. All right, so Miss Billiana here, you're gonna grab those 3 little chunks and she's gonna decide for herself what she feels like is gonna be more natural for her fingers to hold. And to start practicing braiding, you don't have to grab little tiny strands. Just to kind of get used to it, you can grab bigger chunks because sometimes it's easier to hold on to those bigger chunks to practice. And then as you get more proficient with it, you will start, there you go, you got your 3 there. So now you have to figure out which 3 spots you want to use for your patterning, okay? So
this is my first time.
So she's figuring out where she wants to keep those. So she's got 1, 2, 3. That's good. Okay. That should work for you. Okay. Is somebody on?
Hi, first timers. So this is what you're gonna look like.
Hey guys, Courtney. Hi.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I start?
So now you can start weaving. So you just pick where you want to start. Just go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. My recommendation
is not to do it like me, but
you're doing fine. You're doing fine. So I suggest you want to weave each piece twice, 2 times, and then start picking up more hair to each segment. So you've got your 3 segments. You go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 with your patterning, and then start adding a little more hair. So she's got